Oh, Leiho, Wajima, from Hong Kong, across the oceans, back to the Australiana continent and beyond. You are on the Super Sunday Stream Mark II B.6000. After many struggles, we are live right across the Asia Pacific realm. It's your boy Timmy T. Tonight on the Sunday Super Lego Show, we are joined by Darkside Bricks.
Howdy, howdy.
We're joined by ABC.
Hi-ho!
And there may be a Ninjago appearance by RRB later on.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that.
Sorry?
I wouldn't hold your breath on that. My son has been very AWOL lately.
Oh, yes, he has been able, but he said he was finishing his shift in 2 hours, and he was hoping that, yes, that he'll be on with Mum and say hi-ho to the crew. As I sent him Instagram messages.
Now,
Yes,
for those
so,
who aren't in on the joke, he's not really my son. It's just a joke.
it's an in-house joke of the stream.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, we'll punt it across to Darkside. What is going on? I know you haven't got your orders for your beautiful table and your mic, but what are you doing there? What are you building? What's going on, mate? What's
Not
happening?
building anything, actually. I'm sorting.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all good.
Weekend.
Have been all weekend, yep. With mailman not coming before the weekend, not coming on Friday. I've kind of had a dead weekend as far as working on my table's concerned, so I decided to get some sorting done. Much needed sorting.
Oh, okay. Well, sorting's what I've been doing, because let me look at the date. Is the 12th. So not this week, not next weekend, but the weekend after. We will be having the Mega Lego Expo in HK at the Kowloon and Kowloon Bay entry of the the exhibition center. That's what it's called, the Kowloon Bay Exhibition Center, and we will be sorting out things. So I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a police station. If we move the camera behind, I've got to work on, finish that. I've got the diner will be shown. I've got to put one more extra room on top of the custom hospital. I've got the fire station, and then I've got a few other things. I've got my KFC, which I'm still working on, which I'm putting the final touches to that as one bit breaks off. That would be typical, atypical of Lego. Yes, the KFC is being built. It's being built, and just finishing off the interior, putting some more seating. I got my friend at the flagship store at Causeway Bay to put some cups of bits and pieces aside for me for both the hospital to finish off. I'm going to add one more layer for that for the show, and I'm going to get some red seats which they have on the pick-a-brick wall, so he's going to put those aside for me. And a few other knickknacks and whatever else. So we're going to have one whole street scene. We've done the most of the actual paving of the road that we're going to use. We had four big base plates of the large 42 by 42 base plates, all tiled, all done with. I've been getting these modified plate to put in for guttering around the edges of the actual roadway. And putting some final touches. I got these lights, which are going to be put in. Plus, I got a crosswalk sign. I've got a few of those ready to go. So we've been sorting and separating and doing stuff as well up this way in HK. It's been busy. So yeah, we'll punt the ball across to ABC. What's going on? What's happening? Apart from Friday in your stream, I can still see there's a pile of shame in the background. The Voltron and the diner and fishing shack there. You still got those sitting on the shelf behind?
That's only a tiny bit of the pile.
I know. I know. It's just a teaser.
Okay, husband literally went to toilet today and got this, which we couldn't get at Dreamworld because on Monday we got there and they'd sold out over the weekend. And I was like,
Oh my gosh. Nuts.
I see another Brickhead stream in our near future.
Oh, yep.
But first we've got to finish the Ninjago City and Docks. Then we've got to finish Voltron. He wants to do Voltron. So I guess, yes, at some point between now and forever. But because we've got all that all over the desk here, I can't really do any other builds at the moment. So I've been sorting. It's a sorting weekend. And I've got a little box under here.
Wow.
I've just been sorting into Snap-lock baggies.
Oh, nice.
It would have been good for last weekend's theme.
Yes, sorting. Yeah. Well, tonight, what preparation do you get before a show? Do you have any certain preparation things that you put into place before a big show, and that type of thing? So, while we've got the camera on you, ABC, is there any routine, anything that you like to follow before a show, or apart from having your builds ready? But is there anything particularly before a show you like to do?
Okay, well, I was going to say, our Dinosaur Park is actually at a friend's house. Otherwise, it doesn't get trucked anywhere. So I can't actually do any physical work on that. Most of the, anything to do with like dusting or rearranging things happens at the show. That's why it takes us so long to set up. I've had people actually diss me in past for how long it takes me to set up at shows. It's like, seriously? This is the only time I get a chance to modify anything because it has to, be stored somewhere other than where I live. Husband's been working hard on his bases for his Minecraft display. So we've painted up the baseboards so they're not, not just plain MDF, because the organisers were a little bit disappointed that it wasn't like all nice and pretty at the last show.
Yeah.
But yeah, and apparently Sean can't. Sean shouldn't go getting timber without his measurements. He left his measurements at home. I'm like, we need to do this. I'm sick and tired of waiting for it to happen. And we were at Bunnings. It's like, just get the damn stuff. And so we don't have stuff to cut things at home. So he just went off the measurements he thought, and the width is wider. No, the width is a little bit wider, and the length is a little bit longer. Times that over 4 panels, and it's quite a bit longer than it needs to be. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah, so but he needed something underneath his display because it was sagging at the ends because it was bigger than a table. Because he's just painful like that. Instead of building to the space you had, he was building to the space he wanted. And yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. We ended up, building these baseboards before the last show in a bit of a hurry, and they ended up too big. And this time around, we painted them, so they're sort of like not that green, like your standard green. He looks around to see if the color. It's way over there. Like a standard regular green.
Oh, okay, yeah, not like a standard tree green.
Looking around to see if we can find something else. Sort of like this color.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice.
Just sort of regular green.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm not really picking out that color very well, but yeah, just your standard regular Lego green.
Yeah, oh, cool.
And after painting it all and then thinking about it, we probably should have painted it brown.
Oh, brown.
Because it's underground. Like the baseboard.
Oh, of course.
I should have painted it standard reddish brown instead.
Yes, because the Minecraft stuff's underground. Yes. Ah, Cherie. Oh my goodness. Damn.
I suppose if we end up building more bases, I might acquire this lot for my Micropolis instead. But then it'll be too big.
Oh, okay.
And it's a weird amount and too big too. It's like it's not a nice, amount.
Round number. Yep.
Round by studs. You have to cut things back.
Yep.
Yeah, I said to him, "Oh, should we like add a bit extra on? I'll have to have a look. I'm sure he measured how much longer it was at either end. I was like, well, why don't we just build a bit more? Like, we've got the base plates and stuff to do it. Why don't we just make it a little bit longer? It won't look so dodgy.
Oh, okie doke.
Well, it won't look so dodgy because it's all painted now.
Yeah.
And now it's all painted. It should look really schmick. I learned more about enamel-based paint than I ever want to know my whole entire life. And the fact that Lego green attracts bugs. So like we painted inside, and there's all these little midgy bugs.
Oh no!
Kamikazing into the paint.
Oh, you're kidding!
So like we have this beautiful, like it's a glossy finish, so it looks really nice. Yeah, it has all these like little dots of kamikaze bugs that are dive bombed
bugs
and wreck the finish.
Hey, it's adding to rain. Hey Cherie, it's adding to rain.
I had to stop Sean because he's wanting to like once it dried, he was wanting to like kick them out. And like, no, that'll make it worse because then you'll have this pit that'll go down to white.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I've got a little bit of an allergic reaction to exposed wood that's tiny fibers like MDF.
Yeah.
We had to paint it pretty quickly, so we got the undercoat and we just went and got white, not thinking.
Oh yeah.
Whether or not we needed to get it tinted to get the right finish for our finished product. But at that point in time, we hadn't actually decided what color we were going to make the bases. At the beginning, we were talking about black. I'm kind of glad we weren't doing black because if we painted white and then tried to do black over, we probably would have had to have done 3 coats to get it, a nice color and get good coverage. But yeah, I've learned stuff about paint and
that you pretty much have covered it now.
Oh yeah, and like I think we did a pretty good job. Like I kind of took over the painting because Sean did a couple of strokes and I was like, no, not like that, like this. Next thing I know, I've done like the undercoat of all of them. I let him do the second undercoat. That wasn't feeling well. That was the thing, is that I was sick when we did the undercoat. And I'm like, no, you're doing it wrong.
You had to take over.
And then for the top coat, I just did it and he moved it around for me. I learned a lot more about painting than I ever wanted to know.
Oh gosh.
That I wish that we'd done our a bit more homework. Well, we thought we'd done our homework beforehand. So I hate going into Bunnings and having to ask for help.
Yeah.
It's like you've given up on life. But yeah, so
I feel like when my missus wants me to go to IKEA, I feel the life sucked out of me.
It's just as well that the white underneath the I think it was Irish stone was the color, came out just the right shade. So the lady at Bunnings, because we ended up having to ask for some help to get the color because we didn't understand how to work, and that they have a machine like you just buy white or whatever base color tells you on the little card.
Oh yeah.
Then they put in a machine. The machine mixes it.
Yeah.
It's all very high tech these days. You don't go and just buy a color off the shelf. Everything is in the mix. And then after we came home, husband was like, we probably could have just, taken in a brick and said we want this color, and they could have color matched it.
Yeah, because they can scan it in. They can scan the colours in now.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. So, yeah, I'm
Yeah, 'cause
happy
the
that
missus-
that's all done. So, his baseboards are like in sections that are about, yay wide that can actually fit through a doorway. Philip.
Yeah.
I heard the Philip gate. I heard something about you're not able to fit your things through. Is this true?
It'll be fine. It'll all work.
You'll make it work. After all the hours you spent, Phil, you're going to make it work because I can tell you it's looking very good.
Cunning plan.
It'll work. Don't worry. Everyone calm down.
Like,
Okay.
through the door, I'll put it through the window. It's okay.
It'll all work.
I've done that before. Put things out windows and trying to put mocks out windows at the other place when we first got here. That was most hilarious when you're trying to take Lego boxes and mocks down staircases at the back of a building.
Well, that's the other reason why, like, our spare room is upstairs. Like, all of our bedrooms are upstairs because we're in a townhouse. And, one of them was going to be our Lego room. But, like, the first summer we were here, it was so hot. I was like, nah. Actually, before it was going to be the Lego room, it was actually going to be the computer room. And it was like, we walked in, it was like, no, this isn't going to work. So the computers are downstairs. And the Lego room was supposed to be upstairs. And then, we used it for a little bit, and then the garage got filled with crates and boxes and stuff from touring. And so all the stuff that lived in the garage is now up in the Lego room. And I have no Lego room. My Lego room is like the whole house. So, like, I'm surrounded by, things that we're building and things that I'm sorting and parts of the pile of shame that I brought down from upstairs in the spare bedroom.
Oh, okay, yep.
Take them back upstairs. James, how was Mugs? Brick Mark.
Yeah, well, I was going to get to that. I'm going to kick across to him in a minute, seeing he just snuck in. James. Welcome, you Duckalicious man, you. How are things?
Tiring.
You look tired.
I haven't slept, so I'm brilliant. Feel free to add an adjective in that space, and you'll pretty much nail on the head how I'm feeling at the moment.
In other words, fucked, yes.
That's right. This is a Timmy stream. You're allowed to swear.
You're allowed to. I'm not monetized, so go for your life. You're basically fucked. I understand, mate.
I was fucked this morning. I was fucked this afternoon. And I'm definitely fucked this evening. No,
Did you sell stuff? That's the question. Did you sell some stuff?
Yeah, but the market
not as much as you want it.
The market was only for 3 hours, and we got a burst of activity at like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
And it's
like everyone comes in and then everyone leaves.
Like, it's a Sunday. People are going to stay in bed because it's cold outside. And, it was getting up at 5 and discovering that the top of your car is frozen solid is fun. Discovering that you don't want to go in the garden and step over the garden because you're...
you got ice on the ground?
Yeah, thick ice too. And so you're like, fun. It was a long day. And hope I will sleep. I will sleep tonight, I assure you. But it was all right. I actually left. I didn't really attend the Mugs meeting because I was just hammered. And so I actually made enough money to buy the I can't really show you now, but I got a couple of bags of goodies and stuff that was down. But I got enough money just to get the James Bond DB5.
Ooh!
Of course, it was out of stock, so I'm like, but Jamie did manage to get the Voltron, which I was told that I had to mention, and it's real.
All my stuff is real. Where are you going, you Mr. Disbeliever?
All of these things exist in a dimension that I'm part of, and so I can definitely confirm that Voltron is real.
It's
So is
real.
mine, you mongrel.
However, while I was it was busy at the LDC. When I was there, although it seems that the only people who buy the Technic sets are Chinese couples. They just go, oh, want the Chiron, oh, want the Porsche, want all the big sets. They're just $500 set, $500 set, $600, $700.
No way.
It's just like, oh yeah, no problem. Walk
You're
out.
just like, adopt me.
Yeah.
We send it back to China for cheap. You know, we give to family. No, we give to factory to take and copy.
Oh,
No, that was the old days. Now Leppin's closed down.
So I managed to get hang on, where did I put it? Probably right in front of me. Ah, here it is. Yes. All I got from the LDC was one of these 3-packs.
Oh, okay.
So, I need leather necks for my Gnome fighter pilots, and so I found a perfect torso. And I managed to explain away to the guy behind the counter that it was okay for me to have 2 headpieces because I provided a haircut, and he was cool with that. So yes.
Did you do a Jedi mind trick? It's okay to have 2 heads. It's okay to have 2 heads. Let me have 2 heads.
I'm Tasmanian.
Yes. So they're overpriced, so I managed to get all the expensive accessories like a gold statue and a trumpet and maracas, lemon cream pie, expensive ones. So
Maracas.
yeah, so actually no.
Songs that don't bloody copy straight to YouTube. I own it rightly. I paid money on it, so sod off. I will sing the song I want to sing.
Yeah, if she had maracas, I think closer inspection might be required. and it's probably no coincidence that A, it's sung by Peter Allen, and B, it's set in Brazil. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, it's Barry Manilow.
Well, look at Bazza. He's the world's straightest man, surely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And look who else snuck in just before. Darren, my other Victorian mate. How are you? You survived months as well, my good man?
Oh, yeah, very tired, but yeah,
I can
survived.
tell you guys are.
Battle fatigued, you looked, my friend.
Yeah. Well,
Did you geocache on the way?
no.
What?
Really? Are you serious?
I escaped geocaching today because Elizabeth went out with a friend geocaching instead.
Oh.
Didn't you?
Wow.
Didn't even have to do one on the way home.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow, very interesting.
Yes.
And so how was your day at Mugs, Darren? Good?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Didn't sell as much as I would have liked, but anyway, that's the way it goes.
Yeah,
We
it's how the
didn't
cookie crumbles.
We didn't have to sell, but sort of would have liked to have turned it into some bricklet money. It was sort of stuff we had surplus that we would have liked to have changed so we could buy stuff we really need for a mock, but hey, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
So,
I explained that the peak period was just as it was finishing, which was...
yeah, and it's just sort of like, I think most of the people that turned up at the end were a bit disappointed it was all closing down, and I think everyone would have been, well, I can't speak for everyone, but I think a lot of people would have been quite prepared to go at least another half an hour, but that's the way that I described it, so yeah. So I guess the buy, swap, sell sites will be getting hit hard this week.
Yeah. I'm sure they will, mate. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of these, Darren. Oh, if you can see it. No, you probably can't.
Yeah, I got some of those too. They got 1968 on them.
Oh, no.
Actually,
Yeah.
1967. I got a few of those too.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yes. Oh, they get 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, thanks, man.
5, 6 of them. I think we all got the same bag, mate. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
7, 8 of them.
Although
Oh, yeah.
I got a Batgirl 2x2 tab. Again,
I'll find some use for them.
Batgirl. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, that's perfect. A Batgirl 2x2 tile. I think it's a magazine or something.
Someone will find use for them somewhere. So yeah, trading or whatever.
Cool. Nice.
Oh, I could.
Well,
Yes.
back to the question at hand, people. Back to the question at hand. Oh, you got some nice board heads.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted mainly. I saw them. I'm like, yes. Fine.
What question? There's a question.
Oh, yes. What was there a topic?
What's
that
the
I-
question? Do you have James any ritual or anything that you like to do before a show? Is there anything that you have that you do? I mean, some artists, you know, they walk backwards for an hour before. Some people like to wear a certain hat. Other people have certain rituals they like to put bricks, on top of other bricks before they start the show. On all these little idiosyncrasies that we do that we don't realize we do, but other people notice them, or we do before shows, or we have certain routines we do. Is there anything you do, James?
Well, mate, yourself, the fellow panel members, and of course anyone who's watching might know by now that I am an idiosyncrasy. So, it's kind of.
We didn't notice that. No, we never noticed that, James. No.
Oh, good, right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, tongue in cheek.
That was smooth. Yeah. It really depends. At the moment, you know, I can be, you know, nervous and all of that. But let's be honest. We're at a show because we want to be there, and so I don't know. I guess it's a measure of pride. It's a measure of it's done. It's done. Thank you. It's done. And there's a measure of relief. You look around and, you know, after all, you know, making sure that it's all done and ready and all the displays are up, and then you can just sit back and then you fret about where your keys and your wallet and your Pepsi and all of that is. But once that's settled and the people milling in, you just prepare yourself for the inevitable questions like,
Where's the toilets?
where's the toilets?
How do I get there quickly?
What are you doing here? Oh, God, you're sad and so
Where
pathetic.
will I go?
Yeah, like, did you make that from a plan? Is that really all Lego?
Can I buy that?
Can I
Yep.
buy that? What's wrong with you? Why are you making so many chickens? Or duck?
Has anyone ever come up to you and said, asked if you're autistic?
No.
But
No, I have not had that discussion, and it would truly depend on who that person was.
I think that one's a smack in the face, doesn't it? Or it's a little bit
No.
personal.
It would depend. The situation would merit a different response depending on how it was done, who it was done by,
True.
when
I
and
think
where.
they were genuine or whether they were being a smart ass, you mean?
If they're being a smart
Yeah, pretty
ass,
much. That's why I had a
That's what I was getting at.
yeah, if I was being a smart ass, I'm quite well versed in a variety of methods to get them
Shut
to
them
shut
down.
the fuck up and get the fuck out.
Somebody press the trigger button.
Oh, seriously, if you're going to be a prat, you can be a prat outside by yourself.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, Lego's not about that. It's all about fun, and it's about, you know, presenting your wares and stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess part of it is getting caffeinated, getting
Yeah.
comfortable, and yeah, talking to your friends, and, you know, waiting with what's going on, and, you know, playing with whatever you have at hand, or writing down ideas that you might have for future projects, stuff like that.
Okay.
In the case of other brick places, which mention comes to mind, I think sweating is usually what you do. But I don't think that's a conscious thing; it just happens. Oh, look, I've got patches. But yeah, I'm sure they could have it anyway. So,
You're prompting me to remember things that I do now, James.
and what's that?
I now put in my headphones and I listen to music on Spotify, because otherwise, if I don't, I get interrupted like 50 billion times while I'm setting up.
Oh, look.
And
I
that's
don't
not
mind being
necessarily a
interrupted.
bad thing, but, you know, because people want to come and say hi. But when you're trying to concentrate on rearranging something and, let's just say that my ability to, you know, spatially rearrange things is kind of a little bit, you know, under stress. It's difficult to do.
Yeah. And you know
Other
what?
people consider it very, very easy.
I don't mind being interrupted as long as I get to do what I need to do within the time allotted. And then, yeah, and there would be a measure of stress if I can't get that done. But yeah, I know what you mean. Definitely.
Yeah, I have problems with sequencing things.
Yeah.
Is one of my not very strong points.
I'm guessing lists are good for you. To define structure and.
I'm better if I have like a proper like layout, you know, drawn out, I could probably follow it like a planogram. But if I'm trying to rearrange the sequence of something like as I go, not very good. This is part of the reason why I don't drive a car.
As long as
multi-coordinational thing, not so good.
Yeah, like, as long as stuff is defined,
Mm.
right, it's a rule or an expectation, or that's why I ask questions, because once it's defined, I know, and then once I know, I can answer questions people ask, and then I can help, and then anyway. Long story short.
Yeah.
I guess shows are just like that extra layer of anxiety for me, because I'm dealing with like all the admin stuff, plus we're running a stall, plus we've got, you know, 2 to 3 displays that we're responsible for, one of them not being ours. Like, you know, having to look after other people's Lego is stressful, really stressful.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to put it back together based off a photo that you took at a show nearly a year ago.
Well, the next show I'm doing is I've got to get details for it, but it's actually I'll be taking my chickens and I will be going up north to do something for Orlug. I can't say for sure when and where because I'm waiting information, but I'll also be having a stand there as well. So it's the twofold of worrying about the display, it being a popular display already, and it hasn't been made. And yet, you know, worrying about are people going to touch it, break it, mess around with it, and then I'm worrying about the shop and all stuff. So well, I'm trying to worry about worrying because it's
hard when you're juggling multiple responsibilities.
Yeah.
Douglas just said something funny. He says you need a do not disturb shirt. That doesn't work.
No, not the shows I've done. And I'm very interested that you brought up James, that people go, "What's wrong with you? Why do you build Lego? Aren't you an adult?" I've got that many times. Whether I've shown here, in HK or I've shown back in Oz, I've got that question before.
Oh look, many people say that, and I just say, well, I think something completely different first, and then I go, well, it is a hobby, and paid to come in here to see it, and.
How's it any different to the people that paint little models for, like, you know, war gaming, or, you know, do model kits or any hobby?
Gundam. They do the Japanese Gundam stuff, the Japanese robot model stuff, or they do, you know, the painted Warcraft stuff, which Darkside and I know all too well. The amount of money you drop on that, so you know, when you do that kind of stuff, you spend that much money on the hobby. people shouldn't actually, raise that question with you going, "Oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you not building Lego?" It should be more the question of, that they should actually realise that, well, we do it because this is our hobby. This is what we like doing. And okay, you might drive cars. You might like to drive cars around a track or a bike or fishing. It's just another hobby that one does, which takes the stress out of one's day to actually focus on something that is very creative in itself.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about what people think, and quite frankly, I just smile and nod and think, yeah, okay, it gives me pleasure. It gives other people pleasure. Have a laugh about it. It's a creative thing, and if I consider the amount of money I pay for it, it pays for itself well and truly. If the equivalent was spent on, I don't know, other therapeutic activities that would achieve the same result. Okay, so for example, part of what I've been doing, and this is kind of the theme of somewhat of what I've been doing this year. I got a brick today.
Yay, Brictionary!
Okay, so that's part of what I'm doing at the moment. And notice chickens, but Brictionary is the name of my online store. It's been set up and stuff like that. It's just slowly plodding along, but
So you have an online store?
it's not active, it's not open, but it's there. So it's a hold, but there's something more tangible there, and this will be something that I'll be posting once things get more in motion. But anyway, it's a start of a longer story. Anyway, there you go.
Cool. Well, kick it back across to your fellow Victorian. Darren, is there any ritual or thing you do before a show, or anything you like to get ready before a show, apart from having all your mocks ready and boxes and having a layout of how you're going to put things out? Is there any sort of ritual that you do?
You're not allowed to mention you're strangling small children.
Can you just see this face? Who has mocks ready?
Oh, okay.
Finish them on the day.
Okay.
There's always a last minute bricklink order because you decided at the last minute to change it, even though you've had it planned in your head for 12 months.
Oh, yes, been down that road, yes.
And it's usually okay. Bricklink order. Where's it coming from? Usually has to come from overseas. Gets held up in customs, and it's the last minute call out to the community. And someone got something for me, and they usually come through. So I think I've actually turned up to a major show and had everything actually completed. I think I'd actually lose it because something would be wrong.
It's not a show unless you've accidentally left something at home and you're like 1,000 kilometers away from home.
I left my chicken at home. I actually said I'd bring it and have it on the stand.
No way.
No chicken. But
Last show I went to, I left my brick badge at home. I was not happy about that because that has Aussie Brick Chick on it, my name, the lugs that I'm a part of. So people couldn't see who I was if they didn't know who I was. I felt naked. Not figuratively naked.
Because you didn't have your usual attire.
Yeah. And then there was the show that I lost I had a Unikitty head that was on a bow.
Oh no!
On top of it, and I've lost it at Toowoomba last year. I was so disappointed in myself because nobody handed it in. Obviously, it was one of a kind. I made it myself.
Oh dear!
Not happy.
I think we quite often get the question, why do you do this? And my usual answer at a show is because we love creating smiles.
Oh, Darren, that's lovely.
Was that trademark?
Maybe I should. Intellectual property, yeah. But no, that's why we do it. We try to build mocks that Yeah, and create smiles. It's part of why Elizabeth and myself make the
I
effort
do
to
it
show
for
it.
the kids. I certainly don't do it for the adults, and I do it for myself.
Oh,
Yeah, we do it for ourselves as well, but part of that being is that we love going to a show and seeing the kids' eyes light up and go, "Wow!"
And the kids love it.
Yeah.
I had an adult one time came up and said, "Oh, this show is nothing like what I was expecting." And he was talking about like the shows that Lego, the corporation, used to do. And he started walking away. I said, "Excuse me, can I just talk to you for a minute?" And I explained it to him, and he completely changed his opinion.
Yeah.
It's like, just so you know, these are like private collections of people. We don't work for Lego. We're just ordinary human beings like you. This is just our hobby we do for fun. And his attitude just completely changed.
Yep.
And
It's
but was that followed up with, "Oh, have you heard about Lego Masters"? It could have been, like. Was it followed up with, "Oh, have you heard about Lego Masters"?
Oh. No, well, this was at a show earlier this year. I have been asked twice at work just this past week, have you seen the ad for the, and I was like, before they even finished saying, like, even started saying the word Lego, I was like, oh, you're talking about Lego Masters, and yes, I have seen it, and no, I don't want to do it, thank you.
Yeah.
Or was it like, yes, I know?
I'm hoping to get my Skype call this week.
Are you going in as a solo?
Yeah. I was going to tag team with my old mate from my club in Sydney, and then he's decided that it's going to clash with his work, so he's going to pull stumps up on me and said go in as a solo. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I know that the producers were like the producers' assistants, and the producer was trying to push me and Adam, like my brother, to do it together. I don't think he would cope.
Yeah, it would be too much,
to be honest. And I mean, it's nice in theory, but then I look at myself as I'm not a small person, and I'm a bit self-conscious about even though I'm here on YouTube, this feels different than like national television. I feel a bit self-conscious about being in front of proper film crews and stuff like that, even if it is doing something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
That's
Look
probably
what they did to Chrissy Swan.
Hmm?
Look what they did to Chrissy Swan.
Mm.
Like, they ripped her a new one. It was like, that's
Yeah. The public are really, really mean to people who have, weight issues.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have issues. They just find something that might not even be an issue and just pick at it and then create something and then
Oh yeah, that too.
make something out of nothing. And it's just
It's like this community on YouTube feels like a lot less confronting than going on like Channel 9. I mean, it probably would have been great for but from a perspective of raising the profile of the Lego communities in Australia, it probably would have been good. But yeah, I saw too many negatives to it, like particularly like the fine print on social media and how they'll have certain amounts of control on what you can share, and you have to get permission and blah 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 blah. It could be like a year or two before I can even discuss like
Your part
they're going to take all this time off me. If they're going to take all this time off me that I can't create content in or do the things that I want to do, you want something in return, more than just like apparently they're paying a like a daily, what do you call it, allowance thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to do me any good if for 3 months I don't have enough spare time to do YouTube stuff, and then my channel suffers and all that work I've done goes backwards. So,
and the whole reason you do it in the first place is lost, isn't it?
Yeah. Plus, I've got a lot of responsibilities. I'm a parent. I've got a job. But the YouTube thing, I've got a lug that we run. whenever I'm not actively doing a lot of things, things are a lot quieter. So, it's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it kind of would have been nice, but I don't know. Too many unknown factors, and I don't like somebody deciding how I'm being portrayed.
Yeah, well, I've got experience in my early days in the environmental field, being on Totally Wild. I was dictated what I can say and what I can't say. So I know how television networks work, how they work and how producers work. So I guess I have a background in that already, and being previously a DJ on radio.
There's that aspect of it to me, but then there's also the aspect of them cutting. Like I know, as someone who has edited videos for myself, that you can completely change the context. Like if you take away the context of a situation, you can provide something that has massive drama when it really wasn't drama. So I don't know.
TV shows are about creating characters where characters didn't necessarily exist. And I don't necessarily agree with allowing myself to be putty in a producer's hands, form and twist so they can get better ratings.
Yeah.
I can play up and be silly and stupid, and if I'm happy, and and do stuff and act and that, fine. But there's a point where it becomes invasive, and that's maybe it's just anxiety. Who knows? Probably. But
yeah.
Oh, I need to watch this, but I'm very happy that I got this set from Darren, because I got 3 figures that I don't have, and they are the old school.
Snow Trooper?
Scout Trooper.
Scout Trooper?
Scout Trooper.
Long grey Ewok Chieftain.
Oh, cool.
And
made somebody happy today.
I don't know the name, but it has a name. It's an angry black Ewok, and it looks like a warrior of some kind. But yes.
Chucky.
Nugget. I don't know.
Nugget.
Nugget.
Chicken nugget. Right size of it.
Chicken nugget.
Warwick Davis's brother. I don't know.
So Ewoks taste like chicken today.
Oh my god! I just read something. Johnny G said that was it ABC would be typecast as Lady Hitler? What the heck?
What? No way!
Really?
Oh,
what?
look.
Johnny, what?
I've had my exposure to media already, and no, before this, and yeah.
No, that was for Johnny G.
Oh, nice work.
And that Johnny G, it's a Friends fail, just to top it off.
With the chicken, hey. There's no failing chicken.
All right, just for you, James, I'll take the chicken off, all right?
It's a Friends fail. There we go.
Oh, you truck. No.
But I can't comment in the chat because I can't find it. Once again.
It's on Timmy's channel.
It's on my channel, dude.
Oh, here
I
we go.
found stream 36 and it wouldn't.
36B. B for
Hey?
Bob.
36B.
B.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the first one failed.
It will be interesting to see who actually goes through. Like, I know there were a lot of people who said they were auditioning, but whether or not they actually did is another thing.
Yeah, well, that's it. But my wife's got a mission for 2018, 2019 that I either get on the Lego show or B, get on the MasterChef, because she rates the cooking, and the colleagues that I work with in this school also rate my cooking. So they're all trying to get me up and running as a professional chef because they said my food is better than anything that's cooked in Hong Kong that they have experienced before, and half the stuff that they paid for is rubbish compared to my food. So I don't big note myself. I'm just saying that's what they say to me. I say, well, I'm just cooking normal food. But anyway, bugger me.
Do you lose Dark Side somewhere?
No, Dark Side's here, but he's having dinner, and no one needs to see that.
Oh, okay.
He's tucking into his shop.
Yes, that was why I was
It's
video off.
don't want to be on a food eating stream.
No.
That's kind of what I was doing with the minifig. So I'm making.
Oh,
That's
hello,
cool.
chap.
Oh,
Hello,
that's
chap.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
cool. That's just got steampunk all over it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's got a lot of things all over it.
Actually, it's better if we take the helmet off. So if I put
Where did you get the mustache from?
just a mustache,
Oh, just okay. All right.
but yeah, like it's got the monocle. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, and that just makes that's all. Cool.
Yeah. So hang on, that's probably better.
Yeah. Where did
Yeah.
you get that one from?
That's nice.
I picked up
Hey?
the torsos from LDC, and I saw the torso, and with the leather neck, and I'm like, oh yes.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of little nomic.
I think James, you've been doing some Jedi mind tricks. I can take what I want. I can take what I want. You see nothing.
I actually went up
You
there.
will let me pass. No argument with this. I can have 2 heads in a pack. 2 heads. Don't argue. I am right. You are right.
I just went there. I was just nice.
He just smiled sweetly at them and got what he wanted. Isn't that right, Jane?
I went to Dreamworld, and when I went up there, boys and girls don't do that because you've got to be nice. When they first opened, they had like cats and dogs and a whole bunch of stuff, and I went, ooh, kitties. So I had because grandmas and the elderly figures and stuff that were new. I made a crazy cat lady. I had like 3 or 4 cats included, and they're like, "Oh, you can't really take that many cats." I'm like, she's a crazy cat lady. That made sense. They're cool, and that's what I was using for. I had like a the one with cat hair all over.
Yeah.
Scratch and claws or scratch and pieces or whatever. Yeah, it fit. Like.
And they let you have it.
Yeah, it's fine. I also.
How do you scam that? That's unreal.
Think about it. In the same day, I also spent over $2,000. So
Oh, yes.
a couple of little cats ain't gonna, and they know me in LDC. I'm a known menace, so that's fine. Oh, come on, you walk in there. Like I had a look at the pad ball today, and it was uniformly disappointing. Sorry, but it was. Great if you wanted brick. It was 2x4 or, brick or plate. Brick and plate, you're fine. You want anything else than brick and plate? Not so much. So I'm not pointing fingers. I'm quite sure that.
No, you're pointing thumbs instead.
I'm quite sure that certain individuals are directly responsible for stock levels, but I'm moving on from that.
There's a sun alert, ABC. Sun alert, ABC, sun alert.
Where's RIB?
Insta. Can you? I tried to send the thing to Insta and it bounced back. So could you try to send the address to the link to the stream, please?
That's not going to work, Tim, because you're apparently missed a 15-minute delay.
That's what Henry always says. Smart ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I should give my ritual because that's what we're talking about. I have a ritual. I like to have everything set up. I like to have my boxes a week, if I can, a week or at least 3 days out from the show, set up with my mocks I'm taking. But I also have a ritual where when I do get to the venue, I like to actually look at the layout where everyone is. I like to see how people are setting their things up. So I don't, if I have something which is, say, your regular bog standard sort of modular building, I like to put it so it's going to be off center or something differently if I'm going to do a city display, for argument's sake. I like to put it, not one which is exactly bog opposite someone else's or in the same position of someone adjacent to me. And I try to offset it in that regard. I also try to put as many sort of other little, I don't know if other people do it. I've heard people on streams who do that. But they try to put little Easter eggs inside their actual display. They try to put little, tongue-in-cheek little things that will get a bit of controversy. Those type of things I like to try to do as a ritual per se. So that's my little idiosyncrasy I like to do for a show.
We actually know people actually put actual Easter eggs in their mocks.
That's good if you're showing an Easter time, bloody Darren.
Yeah,
I did see a giant rabbit at one show in Easter when I was back in Australia, which a guy did a big mock of a bunny, and there was multiple Cadbury's milk eggs that were behind him with one of the actual cream eggs as a bit of on a plinth of a Lego cream egg that he'd mocked, and it was sitting on the top of it.
I just got this head today. Who do you think this looks like?
Oh my god! Who? What the hell?
I say that is nigh on. That's kale.
Oh, it's a vegetarian. It's a vegetarian.
Although no, it's possibly kale if he's waxed. He's got a mustache and he's waxed it because there's a little bit of curl there. It's a little bit of
no!
curl.
He's got a basketball mustache, has he?
No, well, I don't think so. And I'm not suggesting he has a mustache. I'm giggling at the prospect. However,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cop it. But yeah, it is a.
We're tired. We had a long day.
This might do for a Professor Fate, actually. Although he's got black, so I've got to think of something black instead of brown.
Yeah.
But a clue. I'm not gonna say anymore. But yes, but I did get the very important.
Oh.
The
How did you get that?
What's that? Oh, it's a trumpet.
Oh,
the
from Series 1 clown.
yes.
Oh, it's a clown.
Peter Falk, in particular, employed with great aplomb. So it belongs on a particular vehicle. And another clue. So I'll just leave that. But yes, LDC, they also had a few of these gold statues, pearl gold.
Yeah, how'd you find them?
With my eyes and fingers.
Yeah, whereabouts are they?
Well, you know where you make a minifig, and then you've got accessories.
Yeah, make and take.
Shoot away all the little Asian boys and girls.
Oh!
Blast! Well, look, I'm a paying customer. No.
Yeah, you go, no, kimchi, please. No, yum cha, bye-bye.
They were having fun, and that's great. But the signs there saying,
build or bugger off.
We have lots of things that you can play with. This is for paying customers, and so
bugger off.
I kind of sat there and patient and looked. And by the time that I found the torsos that I needed, I moved on to the next one. And
I unfortunately have become the at the Shartin store, James. I've actually become known as the Australian Lego Nazi because I kick all the little kids out from the Pick-a-Brick wall because they're making stuff at the Pick-a-Brick wall, and they've got a very fine building zone for themselves for the kids with Diplo and also Lego. But apparently that the word had got around that I'm becoming the Australian Lego Nazi.
But Timmy, surely you know by now that you're a monster, and so you know.
You're a monster.
No, I tell them nicely in Cantonese, and if they don't get it by then, I speak English. I go, come on, bugger off. Come on, you're not pick a brick cupping, shove.
Yeah. So
Just,
they don't actually have many legs at the moment. They don't have much of a selection, but they
they're
have
legless, are they?
a lot of torsos, and the accessories are down. However, they do have quite a variety. But I did find the legs of a veterinarian, and I got moderately excited thinking that I might have some rabbit. But they had no rabbits, so sad.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
All good. All good. But
Oh, looks like Darren found the chat. That's good.
Yeah.
I'll
Yay.
finish my
Yes, Johnny asked, I think it was Johnny, or was it? No, hang on, sorry, it was Douglas.
Oh, Johnny
Does
GG.
he has a pair of Lucky Jocks? No, I have a Lucky T-shirt though.
Oh,
Yeah, well, some people do that. Some people do have a lucky T-shirt.
Oh, nice shirt, James.
Oh, James. Oh, dude. Lovely.
No,
Yeah,
by the
that's
time
lovely.
I left Mugs, it was very late. It's too late to go to Chadstone. So I stayed in the meeting.
I can report, because we went to Uniqlo, I can report that there's actually quite a lot of new stock.
Oh, really?
And new, brands and stuff like that. Guess which brand they have no stock on and haven't released yet? Yes, the 50th year anniversary Lego style selections. So you have to wait a little bit extra. I know that Timmy over in Chinaland.
Yes,
has-
HK.
Chinaland.
You already have.
Chinaland, hello. Welcome to Chinaland. You come, Dim Sim. You have Dim Sim. Long time, love you.
But yeah, in Australia at least, we haven't got the 50th anniversary Lego shirts, which are really good yet. So stay tuned for that.
So
maybe
was
not.
that Dim Sim or Tim Sim?
Dim Sim.
Ah, I was about to say. I thought you said it was. I think over there don't they pronounce it dim sum?
Dim Summer.
The sum of all tin.
Yum cha. Hello, yum cha. Dạy homa, yum cha. Siêu mai. Siêu mai, come get you like long time.
Grown long time.
He's walking outside. Anyway, back to Lego. I did see a very creative builder by the name of Marcus Kong, who is a builder now lug, has done a yum cha scene, and he's got a Lazy Susan underneath, and then on top, he's brick built a platform that actually has a Chinese banquet, which has got the sumai and the spring rolls, all made out of Lego, and has got a wonderful little yum cha set, which has got the tea and the cup and the little saucers, all brick built out of Lego, which is just amazing. And I'm told he will be bringing it to the show, and I'll be taking photos to put up because it is absolutely amazing, his little set. So I think you'll get a kick out of it, Darren, with your tea party set that you did. I think this is a Chinese version which looks absolutely insane.
Yeah, somewhere down the track, I'm going to do a sushi train.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
I might
That
have
would be cool.
I might have to check, but I'm just wondering how many Ewoks are there? I've currently only got 4. I've got Wicket, the brown
I
one.
thought there was hundreds, but yeah.
No, individual. So I've got
minifig ones.
so I got Long Ray.
Wrong end of a long day.
I have unnamed Ewok 1. The guy
Wicked.
and Warwick Davis's day job.
Warwick's day job.
We're back shortly, people.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm sure it matters. I'll have to check. Yeah. Oh yes, by a little bit of process of elimination, apparently the Ewok word "fitch" means shit.
Oh, really?
Watch Caravan of Courage, and even in Return of the Jedi, whenever something goes wrong, happens so many times. Whenever something goes wrong, or they fall over, something falls on them. Yes. Or oh bother in a kind of way. It's
Oh, okay. I'll have to rewatch that, James.
It's worth it just for
that alone.
No, it's not. Caravan of Courage. It's a study of mullets, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. Running away.
Running away, yeah, that would be right. I've redoing my traffic lights, and I think that looks a lot better. I'm going to put the amber one, the orange one, with another nice flat round 1x1 circle, which will be beautiful. But I think that's starting to actually look like a really good traffic light. Better than what you get in the actual extra pack. And then I've got a few of these crosswalk signs, which I'm trying to get done in trans clear so I can get lighting behind them, but I don't know how successful I'm going to be for that. Anyway, we'll give it a crack. We'll give it a crack. And the other thing I've been playing with is working out letterboxes. I found some standard one that you can get via Lego. Then I thought I might do one with a bit of a clear window with a bit of a flap at the front.
Okay.
Yeah, something different. I've got like two sort of things on top, like an awning sort of thing, and then you've got like the clear actual panel which will sit at the back. That will be the front where people put their mail in, and then the same as this one here, but this one's got more like a nice roof tile, which I need to find some more of, because I do like those roof tiles.
Fair enough.
They're quite good. But yeah, I'm just playing around with some things like that with the actual awning like that on the letterbox, or go with the bog standard sort of Lego type one with the roof sort of tile on top. Anyway. Oh, and he's looking up the minifigure names. Here we go.
Oh, look, I haven't actually had much chance to have a look at this sensational book. I haven't, like, to go in, like, it's...
I've got to get that, James.
Beautiful book. Like, I got it for $40, and it's it's heavy, but it's lovely. It also comes with I haven't actually opened it since.
Oh, you're kidding!
No,
James.
I really, really wish that they would have done more of these. But here's a production image of the Flame.
Oh, nice.
Flame Trooper, and I think there's of AF Sakuna. So, you know, together with color charts and that, which cool. But you know, it looks nice, and who knows? Maybe they might make a book with them or something. But it's laminated and it goes back really easily. Not. Yeah.
Oh, I might have to get me that book. That's bloody good, dude.
DK one, it's very nice, but oh God, it's very tight. I've got to, all right, it's in there.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I had. This is the first time I'm reading it, and I just got it because. But I'm just trying to find stuff on Ewoks, and I'm quite sure that actually I can just use the index. You know?
Yeah.
Ewok.
So, oh, Darren's back now. You see what I did with the traffic light, Darren?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've changed it up a bit. I put the stud behind, and then I put the actual clear trans red on top, which actually makes it stand out a lot better. And then I'm going to do the same with the one below, which is the amber or orange light. And I've done the same to the green, just to have a bit of something different for the layout for my city road that I'm doing for the show.
Okay.
You want to put one of the teeth sections of black one you got on top
Sorry?
between every light. The black tooth that you've got on top, put one of them between every light.
A cheese lobe.
No, on the top you've got that black tooth.
Yeah.
Put one of them between every light, and it'll look more like a real one. Because real traffic lights have a hood over every light, don't they?
Yeah. I don't have enough of those, but I'll have to see what I can do.
Not always. It depends on location.
I might have to get some more of the extra pens to get it.
I'll see
Okay.
what I've got here.
So I looked up Ewok, and it's listed in a variety of places, and they did locations. Okay, so basically they did the sets, but they piecemeal. They did all the sets: 99 Imperial Bunker, Ewok Outpost, which is indoor forest, and then the actual indoor sets together with the minifigs that came with them, and then of course the big Ewok village. And the mini sets, and then later on it'll actually reference it with okay, so this one here, the Tydirian one, the Tydirian shuttle, which doesn't have an Ewok in it, but of course it was used in indoor operations. Henceforth, they kind of poke at that and go, well. So yes, I shall be enjoying reading this. Do you have details on this? Do you need the ISBN or?
Yep.
All right, I'll let you know later.
Okay, all good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on that.
This level of detail, just on Imperial artillery, there's 2 pages on Imperial.
Wow.
So it's extensive.
Have you seen that before, Phil?
Like the Millennium Falcon, that's what?
What's that? Sorry?
The book that James has got.
You've got that, haven't you, Phil?
No, I haven't got that, but I've seen it.
Thoroughly recommend it. It is excellent. A lot of cross-referencing, and a lot of Lego information, and there's movie stills from, like, here we go. Name this scene.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. Isn't that the one where Greedo shoots first?
Yes. And then they've got other scenes as well, and so it's just examples of stuff. And I'm really overselling this, but anyway. Here we go. So all about the Naboo starfighters. So the different sets, the different figures, when they came out, the pricing, how many pieces, all of that. And than that, you'll know probably more than everything you need to know to, and it's it covers everything. Although I'll just check and see whether or not it covers the extended universe. Yes, it does. So it includes the Shadow, Jedha Walkers, TIE Crawlers, etc. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Catch the mail, DK. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Good start. Sweet. Oh, sorting bloody colours out. And, oh, that's good. That's good. I've got 4 of those. Awesome. I'm trying to find my other flat round circle white
Back in a
piece.
sec. Just got to get rid of this plate.
Okie doke.
Interesting. I just had a plate in my hand as well, trying to find a space to put it.
Oh, did you find that, Darren?
No, I haven't.
No?
Armadillo.
No, I was trying to find it to take the brick market today, but I think, honestly, with everyone was just looking for absolute dead set bargains. I mean, it didn't matter how well we priced it. Still, people arguing over the price, and it's like, really? It's like 30% under Bricklink, and you still want the discount? Sorry, buy multiple items, and I'll think about it.
Yeah, I don't. I don't buy into that. They're not interested in.
He's trying to. I had one guy trying to tell me, "Oh, but I can get that from Kmart for like $20," and I've gone, "Fine,
Yeah,
go and buy it from Kmart." I said, "I've just matched it, and you're still going to go and buy it from Kmart."
Yeah.
That's fine. Go and buy it from Kmart then. I don't care, but I'm not going any lower than that because I know very well it's a discontinued set, and you can't buy it at Kmart at $20. I came to your party, but you don't want to buy it, so fine. I hope you never find it. I'm sorry, but I'm not having people try. I mean, when I know very well that the set's discontinued, it is no longer available. I'm not playing. I mean, I'm the first person I would say sticker price is sucker price. I'd already moved on my price, you know, and I'd moved a fair way on it too, what's more. And, yeah, it just seemed to be one of those days people were, I don't know, just couldn't get it. But
Ooh, there we go. Okay, last picture. On the PO units.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I must admit I do like the TC14, the chrome one.
Oh, yeah, the chrome one. Yeah. There's a few of those for sale at Innspoint, mate.
Yeah.
but,
yeah.
$20 HK if you want it.
Really?
Interesting, I sold more before I got to the brick market than what I sold there, actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I don't know. I traded a bit at the brick market. I traded with James.
Yeah.
That's fine. It usually happens. I mean, it always comes in.
Cool. Hey, Darren, does that look... I've only got 2, so that looks a lot better. I'll have to get some more of the extra packs so I can actually do it to all my sets of lights.
Yeah,
unless I go to my mate. As I go to my mate, Aggie at his Fun Bricks and see if I can get something off him before, not next week, the week after the show the weekend after, this weekend, which is next weekend. Maybe.
I know I have hundreds and hundreds of those in white, but I'm not sure how many in black.
Yeah, I don't know. The black ones look pretty good. See, that does look much better. Especially when you have it on the side profile, that actually looks quite good.
It doesn't look that good from the front. It's the side profile you want it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on the crosswork sign to see if I can get it illuminated somehow, but I don't like my chances.
Yes. No, it was just one of those days where I don't know. I think the brick market was the wrong time. Everyone's been buying stuff, big sets, and release of a new crane, etc., etc. I think it left a few people broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice set. Hang on, the new Technic crane. It's a nice set. But
Yeah.
Elizabeth asked me if I wanted one. I said, no. What do you mean? I said, I used to work on cranes. I don't know if we were reminded about it. Last thing I want. I don't build sets like that. If I was going to build a crane, I'd be designing my own from scratch, and I just couldn't be bothered. Not the thing I want to do. So
Yeah.
but it's a nice set. I can see why people like it. It's got a lot of cool parts in it. Fairly well designed.
Yeah.
So good. And yeah, had a lot of people excited.
Look, Darren, I'm impressed with this bloody crane that came in the new city sort of I don't know what do you call it, the city sort of outlay set. This I actually liked building. This was great to bloody build. I really enjoyed this little build.
What set was
It's not too complex, but yet it's quite a good little compact little crane unit that I'm very bloody happy with.
What set did that come from?
That came in. Hang on, I've got it just here. 602. 602000.
Oh, hang on. Like, is it retired or is it
No,
available?
it's the current release.
Like this way?
Hang on, I've got the box. Hang on.
Okay. I don't recall seeing that.
James missed that.
Ah, right. Yes. Okay. So that's part of that, is it?
Yeah.
That was a Toys R Us exclusive. They really need to redistribute that to everybody because those type of sets always go well. The city set.
They went off the shelf. I can tell you when they were put on at both the Lego store and at Yatandera and Marks and Spencer. Bang, gone, completely gone. Could not get a hold of them.
But yeah, whenever they do city type things like that with lots of builds, they always move, especially for Christmas. So yeah, Lego really move on it, please. And yeah, get out there. Toys R Us ain't around, so yeah, no point having an exclusive for a store that ain't existing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, came across this part. Is that a pig nose?
That is a pig nose from I don't recall the actual set, but that's from Angry Birds. It's from an Angry Birds set. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Angry Birds set, eh?
Yeah. It might be. No, I don't know which set, but yeah, it's definitely.
All right. Okay. I'm just interested where it came from. I've got a couple of them, so.
I think I might order a pizza or something. Oh, sorry. Hear me. I'm beyond. I am without fucks. I could not give one. I could not take it. Okay.
We'll just leave.
Is required, but
You're
I'm
driverless.
So tonight I am bereft of fucks to be given. So,
I'm all drugged up and ready to go. So it's all, that's probably why Henry Farrell was very jovial on the stream tonight.
beer and drugs is an interesting combination.
Me without drugs is a very scary combination. Get it right.
Well, yes. Oh, no.
As any dog goes and barks at the Filipino neighbour. Sorry, Filipino helper, not neighbour. They don't live here.
No.
They only live in the premises where they're forced to work as slaves. The poor bastards.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, we have a massive itinerant worker thing over here where the Filipinos and the Indonesians, and they get treated like absolute crap, and the Chinese basically pretty much come close to beating them, if not actually do beat them and treat them like crap as like they're pieces of dirt, which is very disgusting and something which the Human Rights Commission has actually come out and said that Hong Kong government has to pull their finger out and do something to actually look after and treat them with a bit more respect.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, nice knowing you, and hopefully in a few years' time we'll remember you fondly.
Remember Tiananmen Square.
No, I'll play my brown package this week, James. I'm okay. The CCP are okay with me this week.
Connection lost in 5, 4, 3, Poo.
No, I paid my little brown paper bag. It's okay, James. They won't come after me. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm knocking wood. I'm fine.
Oh, good one.
What's the standard response time? It's what, 35 seconds or something? And
What, the CCCP coming knocking on my door?
yeah, your internet quality will be
The internet will
disrupted.
go down first, then the lights and the electricity gets cut, and then I know I'm in trouble.
And then the odorless gas.
Amy,
No. The scary thing is when the helicopter comes up and starts hovering and the light comes shining on my face. That's the scary part, James.
I don't know if you're telling porkies or not, but both are likely.
No, I'm not telling Porky Pies. I'm telling you that's how it happens, mate. No word of a bloody lie.
Bloody hell, okay.
You have a crap squad of bloody Chinese SAS that come out of helicopters with lights and torches, and you're in deep shit.
Mr. Anderson. Yeah. All right.
But lucky, I can tell you, we've got a typhoon signal number 3, so all the helicopters are being grounded, so they won't be coming by helicopter. We're actually safe for at least an hour or two.
All right, well, roll out the tanks.
So-
now. Thanks for the memories. Ah.
this weekend has been the Canberra Brick Show, and we're hoping to attend that next year. So
Yeah.
So next year we might do the Sunday show from outside the Chinese embassy in Canberra.
How
Oh,
cold
cool.
Canberra be?
And I'll see if I can get arrested at the gate.
Just say, all you're going to say to get arrested outside the gate, Darren, is free Taiwan, free Hong Kong.
Have a Tibet flag. That'll do.
Yeah, that does it. That works.
Oh, yeah, but at the moment I can tell you the Taiwan thing and the Hong Kong independence movement, I can tell you they're the things that the CCP are really cracking down on and taking people away during the night without any question or qualm.
We're at free trade and saying that I support Donald Trump, and that, like, you see, I couldn't say that. So yeah. I don't strike anybody as somebody who supports that orange muppet. So I can't really. Yeah.
I'll walk around the
no.
sign. I'll walk around the front with the sign saying, "Take our plastic bags. Take our plastic bags." No.
Oh, what?
Well, they've stopped taking our plastic bags, so now we have to do something with them.
They stopped taking everyone's plastic bags, even ours over here. You're not allowed to have them anymore.
Yeah,
Good.
because somebody noticed they were dumping billions of tons of it in the ocean. But anyway,
And burning them. Yeah.
let's be honest. If it wasn't them, it'd be us. And like, come on, like things had to change. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Australia could build a proper bloody plastic bag recycling plant. Malcolm Turnbull's just too bloody damn cocksure himself, and he's going to get his face wiped at the bloody 2019 election.
Hope so.
Oh, so do I. The smoke.
Look, I want to have NBN before my grandchildren go to school. So, and I don't want to have NBN at the standard of what it should have been at the turn of the century, not 20 years later. So,
What fantasy land are you living in?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, what delusion?
Yeah, like, what is the point of delivering something that's 5 years late that is 10 years too
5
old?
years late. 5 years late. You mean 10 years late and 6,000 years bloody backward to start with?
Oh, well, like,
Considering we're getting 5G, wireless 5G and double router service at the end of September over here, I really think that Australia is got a lot to learn from the Asian perspective.
oh, definitely. But
Yeah, my internet is not that the internet's crap. It's more that I'm running off a Chinese laptop, which is communist made and it has got all the parameters which don't let me look at Facebook and all the freedom of speech websites. That's my problem. That's why, James. That's why I use my Australian phone to use Facebook, because even my Chinese phone I have trouble using Facebook on my actual Hong Kong phone because if I put a certain phrase in looking at Facebook, it will automatically go black and I can't use it.
Yeah. Well, that's what
What's
happens.
that, Struth?
Vegemite. Yeah.
Free speech. I did that once and my whole phone went black.
Well, you're having free speech now, so that's something. But
Yeah, well, that's because they realise that Guilo's that they can't mess with us because our governments will come and mess with them. Or at least that's the premise they see on the outside superficially. Whether or not they actually would do that, I don't know. Anyway, we're digressing off Lego, and I want to get back to doing building.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of minifigures, I got a few of these, James. A couple of cute girly figures. I'm going to put a few of them in my hospital as receptionists. Sorry, computer says no.
Did you get the outdoor package? Yeah, with the tent.
I got them through my friend at the Inns Point, mate.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, so I got a few of those.
In America, they have volunteer nurses that are called candy stripers.
Candy stripe?
Because they wear red and white striped skirts, apparently.
Oh, okay. And I got this one too. I made up a couple of these, James.
Hang on. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I made up a few of those. I changed the torso and.
So.
Yeah.
That shouldn't.
Oh, I got a little girl figure which is cool. She's from my she's out of my pediatric ward, which I'm fixing in my hospital at the moment.
Cool.
Little Susie.
Cool.
Yeah, cute little figure. And then I got some spare. You're talking about. I got a few of these heads, James.
Oh yeah, none of the ones I'm after, or
Hey.
none of the ones I'm after.
I found a couple that you're after. I put aside. I when I went to my friend's place, I put a few things aside for you, and a few other bits and pieces that you're looking for. And I got also asked him to put the feelers out to see if we can get the other stuff for you too, which is cool.
Thank you.
Ah, you're welcome. It's all good. I got a few spare hair pieces too. If I can get it to focus. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always after more female hair pieces because they're hard to come across.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the LDC also have orange and blue hair, and they have dark blue hair, like a dark blue afro, like a raspberry.
Dark blue afro?
Yes. So I'm wondering if that could be useful for micro stuff, maybe.
Oh, okay, cool. And I got a character which I'm going to call Uncle Arthur. Hello, boys and girls. It's Uncle Arthur here. Hello, boys. This is Uncle Arthur here. You don't know what you're missing out on. I don't know where to put him in my. I got all these figures and I'm going to put them in my city when I do the show. So I've got to work out where I'm going to put them. Plus, I've got people's sig fits. I've got to put. This is my mate from the his beautiful Inns Point store. Plug. Yes, my good friend Aggie, my mate from the wonderful store in Inns Point. But get this little sig fig out. That's my mate.
Cool.
Actually, I'll put that on. I'll show this torso on that. That's actually quite cool. That's
Bit fuzzy.
hang on, focus.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like that. And then on the back, it has got that's his Think Brick, and then it has that on the back, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my mate Aggie from his Think Brick store, which I frequent quite often. I think I played for his children to go through university and also a retirement scheme. But anyway, you get that. the amount of coin I dropped in his place one afternoon, I can tell you what. Let's just say that we were having canned food for the next 2 weeks. Mrs. wasn't happy that week, I tell you what. But yeah, I got a few sig figs like that, which is cool. And I've got to prepare my sig fig too because I know people will be asking for that at the show as they did last year. But I still don't like. I like this version of my sig fig the best.
Okay, cool.
I couldn't get Sunnies. I got like sort of they're almost like specs or sort of safety glasses, but hey, that's all I could get. It's got a plain back, but that's one version. The other version, I don't know why, but one of my lug members put this together and said I look more like that, and I don't know why he said that. Maybe because I do own a few blue shirts. But I don't know why he said that I look like that, but I didn't know whether I should hear him or thank him. Anyway. Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, so I've got to prepare some more sig figs. So I'll be actually this version I actually like the best actually of my sig fig. That's more like me. Maybe not the hair, but certainly the sort of checkered sort of top, which I do have a few of. That may be more like me indeed. So that could be a good one to sort of get a few more of those torsos and whatever. But that's the thing. I don't know. A lot of people, some people in the community do the sig fig thing. Some people don't. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I do like that version with the HK, which is pretty cool, which I do like. And then I don't know. I like the spiky sort of hair because I did have spiky hair at one stage. But anyway, that's pretty cool. But some people do the sig fig trade over here. Some people don't. Some people do it internationally, which is cool. Like the Americans like to do a lot of that, which is sweet with their shows. They, I know Iceberg and a few others do that, and I know who else? Brick Blaze and all those guys. They do a lot of that stuff in the US, swapping their sig figs, which is cool. So anyway, it's something different about the hobby. Hey.
Yeah.
I do like this sig fig of my mate and his logo, which is pretty damn cool. That actually is quite unique. That so I hang on to that very carefully. And the bus issue. The other thing I've been working on is this bus issue. People are knocking my bus and the other bus I did during the week. I think I may have a solution so it doesn't look so much of a I might have a better solution so it doesn't look so sort of like a Unimog type bus icebreaker sort of truck. I found a few of these, Darren. I reckon if I put those on each part of the wheel and put the wheel on those, that actually might work better.
Why do you want to have massive, oversized ag wheels on it? Like
I have all my trucks in my city have these large wheels, James. Now, if I have a fire truck with these wheels, which I do have, and then I have a bus with a small pissy little Lego wheels, it looks out of proportion. Looks absolutely shite.
Okay.
So
but-
all my trucks, whether I do a semi trailer, I do a police vehicle. Here's one police vehicle, which is my police rescue truck. They all have the big wheels. Okay, the design's a little bit different and looks a lot better. Yes, I need to refine this still. Yes, but
is it possible to
vehicle?
Is it possible to actually like deepen the wheel well?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to make arch hubs. I'm going to actually make nice proper arch hubs in the side so it looks better. Push the wheels out. Use these to actually put the wheels on, mount them properly, and it will make it a lot better vehicle. I just haven't had the time yet this week, but I found somewhat of a solution. I think Darren thought he might have another solution, which he said the other week as well, which sounded also quite feasible. And you were showing me some things too, Darren, about how to do the wheels and that a lot better, etc.
Yeah.
But all my vehicles, as I say, all my trucks have big wheels, just like in real life, where a truck is a lot bigger than a car, and you see that size difference. Now, all Lego vehicles, they have the same little shitty little wheels that you get time over time and time again, and they just look, a truck look next to a car looks like a truck car. It looks ridiculous. It's not proportional. So I try to make my stuff in my city look proportional to what would you find in real world circumstance.
Yeah.
This stupid looking bus, which I need to fix as well, has got the city crappy wheels, but I do have it now. It is now a double decker bus with a staircase. If I can get the camera to look, I've got a stairwell going down with a staircase, and it's a proper decker bus, so it's real world. That's what I try to aim for in my Lego. I don't like Lego. I love Lego, but Lego, if you're listening, Lego group, please make proper world bloody looking vehicles. Otherwise, we're going to have to keep doing this, destroying your models and making them proper. But hey, if that's the only big bugbear of Lego I have, hey, it's not much of a bugbear. But anyway,
fair enough.
But no, I like my vehicles to look real world vehicles. I don't like them looking like these. I don't know, because if you sit this, look, case in point. Okay, Speed Champions Ford next to this, it's still got the shitty little wheels. It doesn't look proportionally right. It looks completely stupid. But if you have this next to, say, my Flyer 1 from my RFS unit, okay, you have that sitting next to that on a road surface. Oh, it actually looks like an actual truck, so you can see the actual size difference. So proportionally, you actually have got a good size difference between that, which sits quite close to the road, where this is being a truck, sits up, which is bloody cool. That I like. And there's a unique printed part on the front too, which I had done, which is really nice. I like that. But that's my my Runner 1 or my Flyer 1 from my RFS station. Or as you call it in Victoria, CFA.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
But yeah.
I'm phasing out a little at the moment. It's got nothing to do with you. It's
Okay, mate.
all me. I am buggered. So
Okay, mate. If you need to call a night, you are more than welcome to say adieu and adios, and that's all understandable, buddy.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, mate. I've had a huge one too, so
I'm gonna-
Okay.
so
we better call it quits.
ah,
Yeah, well, I didn't get any sleep last night either, so don't know.
Oh no.
I've been going for about 36 hours solid, so yeah. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Good.
Bye.
Good. See you, mate. And it's been you, Darkside. It's the panel of two. The order of two. The order of two. It's the order of two. Are you muted? No.
Yeah, I won't be on for much longer either. I've got housework and stuff I've got to do.
Okay, mate.
Otherwise, I'll get.
Well, in that case, and people are dropping off like flies, we might have to call it a night and call it the end of the stream. And we'll like to thank ABC, who was here earlier. We'd like to thank James, who's just gone, Darren, who's just gone, and Darkside. Thank you for coming along, my good friend. Thank you
That's all right.
always.
Sorry, I wasn't.
And no, it's all good.
vocal or
I
anything.
understand. There's times when I've been on ABC and other streams, and I've been a disembodied voice with a picture and being busy, feverishly working on something. So I understand, my good friend.
Yeah.
Thank you, kindly.
I'll just be glad when tomorrow rocks around and the postie turns up.
I would agree on that statement. That would be good. Yes. So anyway, anyone else out there, we thank you for coming along. Thank you in the chat. Like, subscribe, leave comments on the feedback, and we will see you again next week on the Super Sunday Lego stream with me, the man Timmy, and all the Lego fun you can poke a stick at, because we'll be absolutely flat chat, putting stuff in boxes, getting ready for this big show coming up, and let me do it right for you, and you keep on building. Adios, amigos, and sayonara, and Satien, Yeshivara, Mosukura from Hergong, our lovely place home. See you all next week.